Hello and welcome to Digital Sin Gaming. I'm Santosis and this is episode 8 of... I don't know. I can't remember what I'm playing. TNP Limitless, that's it. 5. I lost the will to live while waiting for this stuff to do. We finally got a latex bucket because I've read in the range descriptions that we need latex in the middle. I went ahead and built the dissolution chamber, which is this little machine over here. So all we needed was a couple of bits of latex, rubber, sorry. So we've got the option of doing a +6 or a +7. I think the +6 will be sufficient, but I'm going to build the +7 because why not? So the way that this machine works is, as you can see, you have to place it in a certain way. You have to place certain items in it. And then you can get the desired outcome that you require. So this locks the input, which means that it will keep your recipe. So you could have a whole bunch of these in a series. You can have them all hooked up to each individual card, and then as soon as you hit the button, it would then go to there, do the card, and keep the recipe in there. So, I mean, obviously we don't need to do that, so we're going to do our +7. So we need 4 iron at the bottom, we need 2 panes of glass and 2 redstone. So if we put the 2 redstone here and the 2 panes of glass, and then the rest of them is iron, and then the last thing that we need is the bucket of latex. And if you right click on the machine, that will then start crafting. So once it's got everything everything there, it will just go ahead and do what you need, and we're all good. And then out pops our little range card. So I am going to go and sleep because I don't want to get killed by things that, you know, otherwise would kill me. Funnily enough. So we're literally going to go outside, put the range card in, watch things die, go in, and then hopefully be able to sort that out. So once we do that, you can see now that this covers an extensive area. And it's very good at its job. I mean, we're already over capacity for that. What have we got in here? See, I don't think this is outputting. So I'm going to go in here because I need to. This doesn't look like... Right, so it's a blacklist. Match NBT. Doesn't care about NBT, so that's fine. So the stuff should be going in there, but it isn't. So it is. We're just not getting any... Oh, right, I get it. We're not getting anything because we're not killing it as if it was a player. That makes much more sense of why there are 2 distinct versions. So that's right, the second version kills it as a player, the first one kills it as just an automated machine. So what we could do is find the mob masher that we've got, because I'm pretty sure we've got a mob masher somewhere in here, because didn't I get one in a loot bag? I'm pretty sure I did. Just a case of finding it. So we're gonna basically do this. So if you double click down here and you put in an item, that item will then light up if it matches. So as you can see, we're going through all of there. There's no matches so far. So we're not in a good position. Like, no matches in there. No matches in there. None in there. Ah, there we are. Mob masher. See? You see how that one is lighter than everything else. And if you double click, you can come back out. Now, the mob masher, you literally... there. So this does count as player kills. Now, we do need pink slime. But we don't need an awful lot of it. So what we can do now is go into here. And right in the middle... we are going to dig down because we can, because we're semi safe. We're not 100% safe, but we are semi-safe with the mob thing because it does an insanely good job at that. So what we can do is we are going to put, temporarily, we're going to put a block down and we're going to put the mob masher on, or the mob thing on there, and then we're going to attach a lever, which I didn't bring, because that thing requires a redstone signal to operate, but it doesn't require any power, which is kind of cool. So let's go and get ourselves a lever. Now, it could be a torch, it could be whatever you want, but I prefer a lever because then I can turn it off. And when we get into the more advanced stuff, then I will apply the redstone signal and turn it off, you know, by ourselves. Now, there are some upgrades for this, which are pretty cool. And what we want to do is try and get everything into the center of the mob masher, right next to it. So we're probably going to use vector plates for that. And the vector plates are up here. These are pretty cool little things, which I'll show you in a moment. But what? Time to get out. Yep. I'm standing there chatting, and yeah. So, like I said, it does a pretty good job. As you can see, it's taking all the stuff that I've got. But because it's a non-player kill, we're not getting any of the drops. So, we need to turn this on, which is literally just a case of turning it on. Now, that should be spinning in there. There we go. And if we want to upgrade it, so what we're going to do now is we're going to turn this thing so that it runs with a redstone. And then we should be able to watch it. I mean, it's on the wrong line, but it doesn't matter. So once that gets close, it should kill it, he says. Okay, so... oh, maybe it needs to be on the side. Right, let's turn this back on just so we can get rid of the mobs. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to just grab this back out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move it. I'll move it over this side so that we can literally just sort that out. And we'll grab all our stuff back, and then let's get this. Right. So we're going to put that down there. We're going to put this thing, I would say, in exactly the same place as where we want that. Which is not ideal, to be honest, because if I do that, then I've got to stop it. You know what? We're going to break through here again. I will... see, maybe what I could do is move that one down one. Because it would still cover the area. Actually, that's not a bad idea. So what we'll do is we'll break this, we'll break this. We'll then go and try and get out of here. Because this is going to be... yeah, this is going to be pretty... hopefully a pretty quick... crap. He's already out. Right, we'll put a block there. We'll kill him in a minute. So if I put him there, and then put his shape card in, he should now start killing things again, because, yeah, his kill area is still high. So let's kill you. Right, so that's still killing things down there, so that's cool. So we're going to keep him, because we do need the stuff that it's going to produce. However, what we will do is put that on there. We're going to eat to get that sorted. We are then going to go into here and we're going to put this thing on the wall like so, and that thing should stay there, and then we'll put this back in there. Right, so this should now, apart from, oh, there we go, I killed that, so technically that's fine. We're not going to put all that in there, but yeah. We're going to get rid of that because I don't need it. We're going to get rid of rotten flesh for the moment because I don't need it. Right, there we go. So now what we can do is, with the lever, we can turn that on and off, like so. And this one here can be run with no redstone signal. So if we turn that one off, this one runs. And if we turn that one on, this one's off. That sounds like a good idea to me. We need some vector plates. Now, vector plates are very, very cool. So we're going to close the hole up. So vector plates are really, really cool things. They basically are things that go on the floor and then they push mobs in certain areas. So if you have a look at this, they are polished blackstone with sugar and a slime ball. And then the next tier up is the other vector plates with gold, and then the other vector plates with redstone, and then the ultimate ones is, you know, the yellow ones with redstone and sugar, which is really cool. So the only expensive recipe is the kind of second one, which is not too bad. So we're going to go and get some blackstone, that's deep slate, that's scoria. I'm sure we had blackstone somewhere. Unless I'm thinking that move basalt, no. What do we have over here? Cobbled deep slate, tough. Right, where's blackstone come from? I'm sure we had some blackstone. Black wool, what about in here? Brimstone, deep slate, netherrack. Because I cleared all this out the other day. Scoria, cobbled sleeves thing. Right, where does blackstone come from? Polished blackstone is blackstone. So blackstone comes from cobbled blackstone. Okay, so cobbled goes to blackstone. Or where do we find it in the world? Mob drops. Yeah, not really feeling that. Red rock, scoria, cobblestone, soapstone. Alright, okay. It's nether, isn't it? So cobbled blackstone. Cobbled deep slate. That's not going to do it. Like I said, scoria and stuff. That's not going to do it. Alright, that's not going to do it. Brimstone, deep slate, netherrack. No, I don't think I've got any. I'm sure I picked some up. Nether bricks, magmatic stone. Ah, man, I'll go find some. Am I going to find some now? Or will I find some just, you know, just a tiny amount? Just so that I can do what I need to do. Dripstone, obsidian. No, it doesn't look like it, does it? Oh, soapstone. Deep slate. Alright, let's sleep, and then I'm going to have to go to the nether. I will be right back, because this is going to take a while. Okay, so we've got some blackstone now, like here. Let's get this vector plate. Right, so we need some sugar. I should have got the sugar before I sat up and down, did this stuff. It's always looking for shit. We ain't got a lot of sugar. Oh dear. No, I don't think we do have a lot of sugar. We've got 4 here. I'm sure I've got more somewhere else. Yeah, 15 there. 5 there. Yeah, there's sugar all over the place. I wonder if we can get a couple of botany pots in here. No. Okay, so botany pots is not a thing in here. We'll just have to go plant some. So let's get some. I don't need rotten flesh. We'll get that back. In there. Put those 2 away. So we need the water source, which we've got a couple of blocks over here. We've got an infinite water source inside, but I can't be bothered. I'm just going to go over to here to grab it. We need some sand as well. Although for the moment, I mean, I suppose I could grow it by the river, but I wonder if snad is in here. Snad would be good. Do we have snad? Nope. Okay, so it's just good old regular sand, and we'll make a a farm of something at some point. Right, so where are we? We need some sand, which we don't have. But we do have cobblestone, so we can shove the cobblestone in here. There we go. One. We only need like 3, 4, I think. 3. Or we could just go with 2. That's good enough too. Yeah, we're going with 2. We're going to sleep first, actually. And then we're checking it. No. Okay, so we're going to just go plant 2. What are we going to do? We'll do it here. 1. Okay. Makes sense. Just get it in. Another water block there. And let's get a couple of these down. We'll come back and sort that out. I just want to get some vector plates in. Because that will mean that we can get a lot more spawns and stuff. So if we go vector plates now, so because we know what we're looking for. So if we go vector. And there we go. So we got 60 vector plates. We will then switch over. We've only got 12 of the good ones because we've got no more sugar. But we will be getting a little bit more sugar as we go. So I'm going to go in here and light these up. I don't know if they respond to light. It doesn't look like it. However, fast vector plates, we're going to put the normal ones around here. So what we're going to want to do with this one is move it so that it comes out that way. So it pushes the mob that way. So we're going to start over here and we're going to go into the center. And if you press shift, you can walk on them without them pushing you around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push them that way. We're going to push the mob that way. And then we're going to push the mob this way. So at all times, we're pushing the mob away from the edge and into the center so that we can then kill them. And we're going to die in a moment because... No, we're not. We're going to be all right. So what we're going to do with the fast plates is we're going to speed them into the center and then just straight down. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we do with these ones, to be honest. But yeah, what we want to do is we want to go straight into the mob masher there, or whatever it's called. So we're going to quickly... There we go. So that died anyway. So we're going to quickly whack out these. Right, we've got all of them now, so we can't run. We've got to walk. Now we walk quietly out the door. And if we put the glass back in, and then we'll put another bit of glass down there, actually, we'll take these out. And now if we turn this on, what should happen is the thing underneath. There we go. You see they're all being pushed to this place to get mullered. And then what we should have is once they get killed, then we start getting drops. Now, what we can do is with the keys, we lock the drawer key. So we can lock it. And we can lock it. So now, those mobs will only ever go into these drops, should I say, will only ever go into these drawers. So there we go. And then obviously we can come back out and we can update it and we can upgrade it and do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we might end up getting rid of the Ender Pigman one because that's going to fill up a whole bunch of... You know what? I'm going to go and get rid of the Ender Pigman one now. Or the Pigman one. Because it's just... That's just going to be a pain in the arse. Zombified piglins. So we're going to get rid of you. It's just going to be a pain because the issues that we've got are like every time they drop or every time they get mullered or killed, they're going to drop a sword, or they have a possibility of dropping a sword. They don't always, but they've got a possibility. And each one of those swords will be a different NBT, and the different NBTs or the different, item types will literally clog up the system with so many different random things, because this one's only part used and another one's part used, and it just becomes so difficult to keep control of. So we're not even going to bother. We're just going to get rid of the zombie pigmen. I don't know what that is, but we're going to keep it. So yeah, and obviously we can expand this as well. So as we get more and more, we're going to expand it, and yeah, maybe we'll get. Definitely would like to get an Enderman one in there, and we can make those as well. So it's not like we have to stick with what we found. We could actually make them. So we can make our own like spawners with the mod system, so it will actually generate ender spawns. But at the moment, I think this is quite good. Now, there is upgrades that can be put on this. So we can go and make it sharper, we can put beheading on it, we can do a whole bunch of stuff. And if we go to the mob, there we go. So you can see that we've got, like, there's fans and stuff that you can put in there so that you can turn the fans on if it pushes it into the right place. But you've got mob upgrade arthropods, so the Bane of Arthropods +1. You've got beheading, maximum of 10. You've got mob masher fire upgrade, so you can cook things. You've got the looting upgrade, which is always a good thing to have. You've got the sharpness, which kills them quicker, and you've got the upgrade of smite. So there's a whole bunch that you can do, and then you can use these swabs to get a used swab, so you can hit the Enderman, for instance, with it, or you can capture it, and then you can duplicate those. And these use so it uses the meat and the stuff from that generates those mobs. So what we can do is, if we want the drops from certain mobs, we can leave this on. As you can see, we'll get a fair amount. However, what we can do is we can also switch it over so that we can get all the extra bits to make our own mobs and then kill them. So that would be kind of cool. We could make them on one end, kill them on the other, then we're all good. The other thing that we can do is obviously put in a farm for cattle, so for cows and sheep and that kind of stuff. We can kill those, and the essences or the meat of that then goes to be used in the mob. So there's lots and lots of things that we can upgrade there and make a lot better. Obviously, just starting out, pretty cool. This thing's been going for a little bit. I need another... I need to automate that process, but at the moment we've got a little bit of stuff there, so that's cool. So that is pretty much the mob one at the moment. That's not, it's yeah, that's pretty much it. We can sit there all day watching everything die and collecting all of our stuff. So yeah, that's not too bad. So we've got that. We've done the drawers, so that's good. So let's put the drawer key back and put the gadget back. So we've got all that stuff. We've got our Encyclopedia Arcana. We've got Solium Dust. Now, the Solium Dust as well, I think, it can be used to create a Solium Sword. Yeah. So Solium Dagger allows you to get mob essences, is it? Something like that. And that allows you to do certain other bits and pieces. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that you can do with the essence. I'm pretty sure it's the soul jars and that kind of stuff that it comes from. It might not be. It might be something different. But yeah, there's a trick with those with a mechanical user, if that still works. But we'll get to that at some point. So we've now got our mob farm. And as you can see, I've been talking that little bit, and we've got quite a bit. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I don't know what they are actually providing. Oh, they're providing string. Okay, well, yeah, that's cool. We need string. Right, so we need to go and sort out some more mobs to go into there, but we, like as I said, we'll do that later. Right, what have we got now? What is next? So ME is definitely next. I think right now we are at the point where we are overflowing. I've got every chest in this place overflowing except for a couple that I've got 1 or 2 items left. And if we go over to the mining world, we have a full chest of stuff. Like, it's not even funny. We just got way too much stuff. And we have, yep, a full and full. Like, literally, if we start taking stuff out. So if I go here and then go cobbled deep slate. So if I just take all of that and then put it into here. The cobbled deep slate goes in this thing. You see how quick that, like literally, I've just taken out 2 entire rows and already we're, you know, near capacity again. So obviously that's going to slow down because now we're running out of power because as you can see, it can't transfer fast enough. But once we can get that transferred fast enough, like that will literally just go mad. So I think what we need to do is get additional power in the form of whatever, whether that will be power reactors or whether that will be solar, maybe. I don't know. Solar could be quite a good one. Let's take the iridium chunk out and we'll put that in. There we go, granite sorted. I mean, solar could be a valid alternative or a valid way of generating that. It's not, you know, yeah, that might be a very good way of doing it. However, do we want to go down that route right now, or do we want to go the route of power? Now, I'm looking at this. We don't have a lot of raw uranite, which is what power needs. Now, I do know, though, and this is where it gets a little bit, you know, kind of chicken and egg syndrome. If we have a lot of power, I can strip mine a lot of area and I can have a lot of storage. But I need the storage to get the power because I need the uranite. So if I can get the uranite into, so if I can get it into storage, we get the uranite sorted, I reckon that's probably best. So I think an ME system is next. You know, we've got enough stuff, I think, or I believe, I hope. We should. We should have enough stuff. We should. We've got to have enough. I don't really want to. Let's have a look in here. Right, we've got almost 4 stacks of quartz. We've got diamonds. We've got gold. We don't have a lot of iron. That was one of the things that I wanted to go and check to see whether we got any more iron. Do we have any more iron in here? We've got raw tin. We've got osmium. There we go. 2 iron. That's not good enough. Crap. All right. So I might need to go and do some mining between episodes just to get us a little bit more iron. Because if I go mining down in the thing, that should be fine. All right. So ME system. And like I said, we're going to go refined storage, even though I do refined storage pretty much all the time. We're going to go that way because it is the quickest and cheapest. And silicon comes from, yeah, quartz, which is fine. We've got some of that as well. I've got some in my pack, and I've got some here. Take the iron, take the gold, the redstone, and what else was it? I think that's... we need the gold, but we've got gold here, so that's cool. Got diamonds over here as well. Glowstone over here. We've got a ton of that, so that's cool. So if we cook up 2 stacks, that won't cook. Right, okay, so Light detecting fixture, that's fine. Where is the crafting recipes for silicon? No, it's not hardened glass, it's silicon I want. Separating. Okay, so now we're in. That's the separating thing. That's the silicon I want. And that is just never quartz in a furnace. Redstone furnace or a normal furnace. Right, so this should work. Yeah, there we are. What the hell is that? Oh, natural quartz. Okay, so that's different. We want never quartz. That's weird. I didn't notice that before. Okay, so we've got a couple of stacks cooking up. So that'll be ready for next episode. One thing that we will do before we end this one is move everything into our inventory and go open our quests. So we completed latex processing. We've completed latex bucket, tiny droplets, rubber, and plastic. Now mob imprisonment tool will go. We've got the tier 7. And we got the mob slaughter factory and the dissolution chamber. So we need a sewer, a bioreactor, and a resourceful furnace, and we can go down. So if we get the dissolution chamber, we've got that, sorry. If we go sewer, we can go down pink slime. And then the other machines we'll just pick off one by one. Let's just grab all of those. What did I get as rewards? I got a whole bunch of stuff. Fabric, loot bag pieces. Now the loot bag pieces, I'm pretty sure I've got pieces in here somewhere. I think it's in there. Yeah, there we go. 9 pieces. We'll put the tough fabric in there as well. And we should get another loot bag out of that. So we got 8 loot bags. Right, the first one. Okay, so we got a meteorite compass, which will come in handy. A linking tool from essentials and protective fabric. Where the hell are we going to store all this stuff? Right, we'll put it in here for a moment because I don't know what it is. Right, what else we got? We got thermo generator, Certus quartz, and mana steel. Okay. This one, vector plate. Plate of honey. Modular storage is always good. I do like modular storage. And this gives me a chance as well to show you just how fast these ones are. Watch. See? They are insanely fast. So, yeah, and if you sneak, if you go over to them and you sneak, it doesn't do anything. Right, so notice where we are and where it pushes us. They're really good. So, well worth getting, but it takes a little while to get them because of the sugar issue. So we will eventually change all of the vector plates to those, purely and simply because they're just so much better. What do we got next? We've got night vision goggles. That's kind of cool. We've got flint sword and a fishing rod. Okay. We've got armor piercing bullets, a tablet of warping, kangaroo pasta, which, okay. Let's get another bag. A reactor computer port, gold crafter. That will definitely come in handy. Obviously, you know, we're doing refined, so that'll be good. Train controls, kind of cool. What else we got? Or are we going to get a pressurized reaction chamber? That's good. So we can do that. Heating chamber, advanced generators, and a pass container. What else we got? Floodlight. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Invar ingot we can take. Pressure chamber valve, that's always handy. And yeah, so that's cool. So that gold crafter will come in definitely handy. I mean, that's a touch, that is. That's good. And then we got some food, which I can't eat right now, but I don't even have any room in my backpack either. Let's take that one out and put that one in. Why not? Yeah, so I think we've done all right, to be honest. I think we've done all right. And our sugarcane is growing, so that's even better. Okay, that is it for this episode. So when we come back, we're going to be doing refined storage. I'm going to try and get as much stuff ready to go as possible so that we can hit the ground proper running. I want to try and be able to get a couple of cards couple of interfaces built, you know, everything in the first few minutes so that we can then focus on getting everything hooked up and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go and get a bunch more resources and yeah, see what we can do. Let's go and yeah, that's cool. All right, perfect. That's it. Like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Syntosis. You've been awesome. Laters.